Hey, I'm John Odom, and you're watching That Track Channel. Man, racing. Well, I can't believe where I am now. You know, now I'm on TV, but back in the day, when I was a kid, somebody gave my parents an old station wagon, a Chevy station wagon. And I'd save my lunch money. It'd be parked out on the side of our house, and I'd get home from school at 3. My parents weren't home until 5. I'd save my lunch money all week by 35 cents, and then I'd have enough to buy a gallon of gas or whatever it was back then. I'd sneak the keys. I'd get home at 3 o'clock. I'd get some fuel that was right next to our house, and I'd go drift on the gravel roads, right? I just loved to drive ever since I was a kid. You know, fast forward to, you know, mid-30s, start making a little money, bought a GTR, really loved track racing. So we bought a GTR, and I started track racing, Laguna Seca, Sonoma, that kind of stuff, and I just really loved it. And, you know, we started putting some horsepower in the GTRs, and we started going really fast, and then, you know, we started winning a few things, and then I watched some of these guys, you know, drag race a GTR, and I thought, man, I could do that. So I called Brad Jepson with PPC. He's one of the best in the business. I bought a friend of mine's GTR, and you know, we started small. You know, we got a tune, then we put some turbos, then we put some bigger turbos, and then, you know, we did some inlets and some da-da-da, and next thing you know, we gutted it, and it's got 68 millimeters on it, and it's a drag car, and we go out and we win Texas 2K with it. We went wheat in the middle. I think we did, we won World Cup finals in that car. So we've been around racing a lot, you know, different styles, but some drag racing. Did a little street racing, nothing to the effect of, you know, like these guys from Street Outlaw have done, but we did some street racing. And then the TV kind of, you know, they kind of paid attention to some of the wins and, you know, asked me to do a guest appearance on the JJ the Boss's show in Vegas. I did that. A year later, they asked me to come to Idaho. That'd be season 4 of No Prep Kings. You know, I got a 200-mile-an-hour quarter-mile car, prep car, and we show up to a no prep event that's 8th mile. Of course, I get killed, but you know, they asked me to join the rest of the season. I did, and then I met Jim Howe, and you know, all the story from there, right? We have this car today, and all thanks to Jim Howe and Howe Motorsports. But you know, yeah, I just love it. It's in my blood. Like, I think about it. I would rather do that than anything else. You know, I love my kids more than anything, and then racing second probably, but you know, I just really love racing. I think about it all the time. It's what I want to do all the time. You know, my best time, I'm most calm, I'm moment peace right before the light turns green. You know, everything slows down for me. It makes me happy, and it's where I want to be. So today we're going to talk about the car a little bit and introduce you guys to the CEO, and hopefully you love it.
All right, guys, can't believe it. We are here with none other than Mr. John Odom with the world's fastest GTR.
Thank you for having me, man. I appreciate it a lot.
Absolutely. Now, there's a lot of controversy about this being the world's fastest GTR. And for the haters at home, I got to tell you guys this. This is an actual factory VIN GTR. So, John, yeah, I know it's got a screw blown Hemi,
right? It's got a screw blown Hemi, but the body's got a VIN. You know, it's rear, you know, quarter panels are real, roof's real. Bumper's real, doors are real. It's still got the speaker holes in it, you know?
Right.
So it just depends how much of a purist you are, whether you agree this is a real GTR or not.
Of course, right? So, but if you were doing a bill of sale to me and you were selling me this car, you would do me a bill of sale
I'll give you the title for a GTR,
right?
Give you a bill of sale for a GTR. So
absolutely.
It is what it is.
This is, in fact, the world's fastest GTR.
It is, yes.
We're going to run with that.
Yes, it is.
Okay, John, so we're here at Dragway 42 in Ohio.
Yes.
Season 6, no Prep Kings. Now, let's talk about your season this year so far.
Up and down.
Right.
Up and down. You know, a couple weeks ago in Idaho, we made it to the Final Four.
Yeah.
The next race, we the belts blow on the blower pulley. The next race, Jeff Lutz beat me first round.
Absolutely, and now to rewind even a little bit further than that, start of the season, once again, no luck on your side.
Oh.
Remember Virginia, I believe it was the blower belt.
Yeah, blower belt move.
You trans brake problems.
Second round.
Pistons and sleeves in the
Third
motor.
round, yeah. So,
and then you had to borrow your car to your teammate for a couple of weeks.
So listen, if you guys remember back at the start of all this when I met Jim Howe, Jim Howe gave me his spot with David Monday.
Okay.
He had a car being built, and he gave me that spot. So if you remember last year, Jim missed like the first 5 races. So when Jim's car went down, I was the first person to step up and say, hey man, you can borrow my car, because look what he did for me last year.
Of course.
You know, people on the internet talk shit, oh, he owns a car, oh, it's about it. You know what? Nobody knows, right?
Right.
But I know what he did for me, and I would do anything in the world for those guys. I mean, how Motorsports made this happen, and here we are today.
Absolutely.
Mainly because of them.
Absolutely. I can appreciate that. Okay, so let's just get right on into it. This car here, what are we looking at? This is Hemi powered, isn't it?
Hemi powered. So this is a Howe Motorsports Hemi.
Yeah.
521. It's got a PSIC rotor on top of it.
Right.
It has spark plugs, a belt, and some other stuff in it. Jim, you start asking me about a motor. I know it's a Howe Motorsports motor. It's a PSIC rotor, and then it has spark plugs, belts, wires. That's about as far as it goes, bro. Okay, yeah.
Okay,
so yes.
Anyways, 521 cubic inch.
Yep. Howe Motorsports Hemi, screw blower.
Absolutely. What kind of power are we making? Let's
it just depends, right? This motor is capable of 5,000, but on these tracks, probably 4,000.
Right.
Really, really hot, sticky, crappy days, 3,500.
Right.
Up to $5,000. I mean, if it's night, if it's Texas at night in November, or World Cup finals, this car is putting out for 4,500 plus.
Right. Okay. And for the viewers watching at home right now, what kind of times would you be running? Let's say, I don't know if you can disclose everything to me, but let's say roughly 8th mile. What kind of time is this thing running? What type of mile an hour?
Let's say under 4 by a couple tenths and over 200 miles an hour. We'll just leave it at that.
Okay, and World Cup, I believe you had the fastest GTR pass. Is that right?
5 something.
Was it 570? Is that what it was?
563 or 570 at 248.
Okay.
Is that right?
Roughly?
Somewhere in there, yeah, roughly somewhere
Don't kill us on the facts at home, guys. We're a mile an hour here or there. But either way, it is fast.
It is very fast.
Now we're here in Ohio. Obviously, we're going to watch you run. And we're excited to watch you run, and hopefully you can go a few rounds here.
Yeah.
Aside from engine, what's this thing paired up to transmission-wise? What are you running?
So it's got a Liberty 5-speed.
Yeah.
We feel like the 5-speed, they have a Liberty 3, of course, but we feel like the 5 gives us some more tuning power when it comes to, some of these greasy, hot tracks.
Okay.
So we run a 5-speed. Other than that, it's got some go fast juice in it, hold on to your knickers type thing.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So now your car and your teammate's car, Jim Howe, would you say the two cars are pretty interchangeable parts wise?
Well, when Jim did this program and we did this partnership, we talked about if a part fails on his car, and I'm out, we can pull it off my car and put on his car. Just because his body has a Camaro body on it doesn't mean everything else pretty much underneath is identical except for the body. So if I have a part failure and he's not in, I can pull it right off his car, go. We've done it several times with transmissions, with blowers, several times with rear ends, same thing.
Right, okay. Yeah. So the cars are pretty much identical. I'm assuming they have very similar suspension setups, brakes, everything.
Everything. Carbon fiber brakes, same suspension, same, there's very few parts that we couldn't use off my car and put on Jim's car today.
Right, okay. The other thing I wanted to ask you about, John, is what are we looking at for weight? I don't know if you can disclose that or not, but what does this weigh in at?
This car with me in it weighs 2,800 pounds, and that's exactly for my class at no prep what I have to weigh. Okay. So we've built the car around me. I've lost a little bit of weight lately, so we're a little under that, but we have a 15-pound fluctuation in no prep. So as long as I'm not, 275, 85 and below, I'd be okay.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's very light, because I think a regular GTR is probably around 35, 36 pounds.
Yeah, 39, 41, yeah. So yeah, we're way lighter than a regular GTR.
And I'm assuming that comes down to chassis building and just everything, right?
What's original on this GTR is the hood, or the roof, the doors, the quarter panels, the glass is real, the side glass is real, the bumper, the tail lights, all that stuff is original GTR.
Of course.
The doors still have the VIN on it, of course, speaker holes, you can show that. So yeah.
Awesome.
It's an amazing car. It was one of the only kind to come out and be like this. So, you know, we were excited to be able to do it. Of course, we had the haters, but then we also had the people that really appreciated it, really loved that we brought the JDM product into No Prep.
Absolutely. So, once again, for the guys at home here, in case you don't know a little bit about John Odom and his story, he's a Fast and the Furious fan. If you guys, I'm actually going to show you this, but the license plate on this car says...
For Paul.
For Paul.
And that was for Paul Walker. You know, I love this. I was into cars, but when those came out, man, it really got us into cars. It was something I dreamt about someday owning a GTR, and you know, that was something that finally came true, and I'm really blessed to be where I am with this car and where we're at in life.
Of course, and now the actual paint scheme behind this car, base side blue, is that correct?
From the GTR that Paul Walker drove in the R34, yes.
Right, okay, so this is literally a tribute to Paul Walker.
Tribute to Paul Walker, yeah.
Pretty awesome to see.
Thank you.
It's one heck of a build. I'm sure he's looking down being proud at this thing.
I think he is, absolutely.
It's pretty wild.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate everything, man.
Absolutely. Yeah. So aside from that, do you know what type of fuel you guys are running in these cars?
Yeah, so we run methanol.
Methanol?
Yep, we run methanol, yep.
Awesome.
Everybody runs the same fuel, so they keep us pretty locked down on that. So no nitrous, regardless of what you hear,
of course.
So, but yeah, methanol.
Awesome. If it's all right with you, we'd love to follow your story this weekend.
Absolutely. Appreciate you guys. Thank you. Make sure you watch that track channel. They are the best. See you guys soon. Friday night, we're going to race B-Rad. I've been wanting to race him a few times in a grudge race, but our schedules don't really seem to mingle, so here we go. You know that guy's fast, right? He almost beat Ryan Martin here a while back. He's been running really good, but we tested some new fuel in the car last weekend. It made a great pass. We went out first round in Vegas, so we took some of that time, went to Outlaw Big Tire, did some testing. Fuel seems to be working well. We think it's fast, so we're gonna go out and run it again, run B-Rad, see how it turns out. As you know, we're in the Invitational tomorrow, so today's are just grudge passes, so let's see what happens. Let the button go, and hopefully we get that W. I know I told you that you could pick the lane, but I want to know if I can have the left. Did you need the left?
Man, left's my favorite lane.
Listen, I know, but it's maybe the only way I can beat you, because I've seen how fast you are lately. So I don't want to go out on a grudge cast and get beat.
Yeah, that's fine. Left lane's fine, because actually here's what I want to do, because I want to, sometimes in the right lane, I got to move around to see the
okay.
So that way I know going in their eliminations, before I stage, I got to do this or this.
Gotcha. Jim just is running the right lane, and so we wanted to data passes, and what if something happens and we didn't? So I just thought I'd ask, but if I gave you the original, you pick, so if you say no, then I'll do whatever you want.
That's fine, I'm good at that.
All right.
I was thinking, I was like, maybe I should get a right lane just so I can see how I stage over there.
Perfect, so it worked out.
Because I think the lanes are probably both good here anyway.
Awesome.
It looks like a really smooth surface, a good track, so.
I just, I don't ever know with you.
I don't either.
You're fast. I never know with you.
We may be fast today or maybe slow today. We're trying.
You've been really fast, so.
I know, we're fast, but we're like, just that was.
That's how I felt this whole year. So you're not the only person that feels that way, I promise you. But
it does suck.
It sucks to go from getting in the Final Four weekend to breaking the first, it just, I feel like a roller coaster.
Up and down, which is, it's just the competition each year gets stiffer.
It is.
Stiffer.
This year is very much, last year there was 4 or 5 guys, we were fast, the rest, you know what I mean? This year it's
anything on the table this year.
Nobody.
You can't leave
absolutely nobody.
On the table or not,
even the new guys, look at Damon, he's doing amazing, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's insane. That
so, flying.
Fast.
Well, you've always been my favorite driver, so now I get to race you, so I'm honored. So, all right,
make it happen.
Let's get it done. What time you want to go up is all I need to know.
What time do they want us up there?
You got a TX from Jen about grudge racing yet?
Yeah.
All right, first grudge. You want to do 6 o'clock?
That's fine, yep.
Me and your dad, first round grudge race. What are we betting?
What do you think?
I don't know, some burpees, some, I don't know, what are we doing? What are we betting? Something.
You like food?
Oh, food.
He always likes food.
Ooh. I'll make you a deal. I'll take you, if I lose, I will take you to the nicest restaurant at any place we are all this year. If I win, you have to take me to a Raising Cane's. It's a pretty good deal for you.
Is that a good deal?
That's a pretty good deal.
Yeah.
$7 meal, $200 meal. I feel like he's getting the better deal either way we go.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Love
I like
it.
I like it.
What's up, guys? I'm B-Rad. We drive the Luminasty. We're gonna graduate John Odom. I think we got some food online. Him and my son are gambling food. Like, if we win, I think John's gonna take my son out to like a 4-star restaurant. If he wins, we gotta take him to Raising Cane's. So whatever, that's great. But I'm pretty sure he's gonna be going to a 4-star restaurant. We'll see how this goes. I'm pretty confident tonight. We got some fuel in this thing. It's gonna make some power. His car is fast, but I think we might be just a little faster this time. We'll see. Check it out.
My name is Chris Newsbaum. I'm the car chief of John Odom's world's quickest and fastest GTR. Hoping to push these cars around and put them both in the finals. We just had the front end off of John's car here because we just had Jim's car make a pass and it didn't make a full pass because we had 3 cylinders go out. Turns out the plugs weren't gacked properly. So we decided to pull the front end off of the GTR, pull all the plugs out, check them all. Everything was gapped fine. This one was good to go. It's just one of them issues that somebody didn't get all 8 of them gapped properly. But we're good to go now. So the front end's all back on. We're waiting on the rest of the small tire to go. We're gonna get up here and make our first grudge pass, see if we can get the tune up right and go flying tonight.
No clue who was going to win the race because we were identical.
It was side by side to the end.
It was side by
1
side.
hour.
But dude, I didn't beat you by a bumper.
No,
I mean, I'm
my
telling you.
headset was stuck. Oh, no, I was like, I can hear you. What's wrong? Oh, you can? Okay.
But you know what, John?
You know I love you, bro, and I appreciate
Yeah,
it. It's an honor racing you always.
Yeah.
Congratulations on Raising Cane's.
Yeah, hey! Woo! What's up?
Hey, we gotta go get some Raising Cane coupons first before we go because we're budget racers. We gotta budget what we can.
It's a $7 lunch.
But we can get it for $6. It's better.
Well, that's even fair enough. All right.
Good job.
You know I love you guys. Thank you.
John Odom. Number 8.
Chip draw. I drew Larry Larson. It's been a while since I've raced him. He's getting faster. Ran him a few times last year, but I think last week he made it to the finals or won the finals in Outlaw Big Tire. So that car's getting fast. Anybody at this level right now is extremely fast, so it doesn't really matter who you draw. You got to be on your game. So we're going to go out there, let the button go, and hopefully take home the W.
I'm Nate Saylor. I drew John Odom here in Ohio for round 2 of the Invitational, and we're about to find out who's got a faster car.
Take that win there.
So second round invitational, I drew Nate Saylor and went out there, let the button go. I kind of felt like I was late on the light. He won. I go back and looked at the video. We left identical. Just about 300 feet out, he started pulling away. I'm like, oh, what's going on? And go back and look at the data, and we started blowing the tires off. So, you know, we turned it up because we're running Nate Saylor. He's one of the best right now. So, you know, we just had to do what we had to do. He beat us. Hats off to them and their program. They're doing amazing. So made it to round 2, got 20 points. We'll go to Pennsylvania next week and do it all over again just like we do. Thanks, make sure you like and subscribe. Have a great day.